Hello everyone and welcome back to Calmlands. This is the multiplayer co-op with Nordic Farming and we've reached episode number 64. It's January and we're starting down by the silo because it is the best sell price for sorghum. So we've got the auto drivers all set ready to sell at the co-op and they're going to do 3 trips each. So each truck will sell 60,000 litres a turn. And that will sell a good amount of sorghum. That'll be 360,000 litres between both trucks. And that will then give us a nice profit and a good amount of sorghum left over for pig food. But the first job today is we've got to get on with some more drilling. And we are going to start with Lake View Field today. So I'm hopping in the Zarian. And we were going to drill Cowman Field next after last time where we drilled South Bank and Lake Side, but we have changed tactic. So the plan is we are actually going to drill Lakeview next, and the reason is that we have a plan to increase our silo yard in the future. We're going to get a silo that can manage loose straw and work as a production for us. So we are going to make Lakeview Field have a crop that's going to have straw as a byproduct, and we're thinking barley. And then we are probably going to move on to planting, and we're going to plant Pig Farm Field with corn, Cowman Field with corn, and then Hillside we're probably going to put sunflower in there. So Lakeview Field is the last field we are going to use the drills for, and then we'll switch to planters. So Nordic has scurried off already. We will follow him and go and replenish the Seed Hawk on our way over to Lakeview, and we're following our auto drivers selling the sorghum. Be nice to see the profit come in, but we are looking pretty on the profit front. Yes, we will need to drop off our air cart so we can replenish. And whilst we are replenishing, we will look at how much we made in December last time for selling all of our wheat, and I think we sold some canola as well. We made a cool 1.6 million in total, so that's pretty good. We made 128,000 already this morning from our sorghum. We'll see how much we end up with. Alright, we are replenished from our workers who have come over here with the auger wagons of seed and fertilizer. And yes, we need to get barley selected, so let's get that covered off before we forget. There we go. We can get unfolded. I think we will start going this way round, so anti-clockwise, and get lined up nicely. Set the GPS width so we can utilise that for the rows. So we are ready. Drivers whizzing past us as we get started. And we can lower away and get drilling our barley. So Nordic and I will see to this and catch you when we're finished.
Oh baby, I wanted you to be here. Inside my arms, where the night goes down. Oh baby, I wanted you to be here. When the sun comes up and the day goes by.
raising up, shutting down, and that is the last bit tackled. So we can fold the drill away, and we used a fair amount of seed in drilling that. We can see that the precision farming variable seed rate was at maximum there, so soil type is not favourable, and we need to add in more seeds to compete and make sure we get a nice yielding crop. But our seed hawks are so big, we only used one of the forward bins for seed, and there's 4% left in there, 230 litres. So yeah, we still got a second section full of seed, and yeah, we're just under 40% fertilizer. So these seed hawks really are geared up for the bigger fields. And that's actually job done for the seed hawks. Got no more drilling left to do. All the fields that we wanted to drill crops in have been drilled. So we can return them to the yard, give them a wash and a service, which is a bit overdue because they've done 3 fields now in the season: South Bank, Lakeside, and now Lakeview. And the barley we've just drilled in Lakeview, as mentioned, the byproduct from that is going to be straw, and come harvest time, Nordic and I are going to be building a new yard with a new silo, and that silo is going to be capable of holding straw, and it's going to act as a production to distribute to our biomass heating plant automatically, so there won't be any more bale fumbling going on. Filthy dirty, all of this stuff. And there we go, we can drop off the seed hawk, and I think we'll be staying in the Zarian and grabbing our planters, which have not been out of the shed for quite a while. It's been a long time since we last planted something from recollection, but we will get these grabbed. And Nordic and I have remembered that we did need to plough pig farm field because we had corn in there previously. So I think the plan is we're going to crack on with planting Cowman and Hillside field and set a auto driver to plough up pig farm field whilst we're working on the others. So we'll grab the planters and then get them underway. Now I think there's a little bit of fertilizer here to top up with, so we will do that. But the plan is to get a tanker with liquid fertilizer so we can readily top up around the fields we're going to be working in. So I've just refilled Nordic's Fent and planter with liquid fert as well, because we had some IBCs left over here. He's been busy setting up the P80 New Holland with the plough and the auto driver ploughing up pig farm field. But I think the plan is we are going to get a new tanker to use as transport for liquid fertilizer over to the field. So I'm going to go grab a truck and buy one of those tankers. So I'm in the latest MAN agri truck and we can buy a new tanker for liquid fertilizer. So we're going to be buying this tanker, and this one is only going to be allowing liquid fertilizer as a fill type. It's got the icon on it, and we've given it some off-road tyres because it's likely going to be near or in fields to top us up, and it's going to cost us 83,000, but that will keep us topped up with liquid fertilizer for a long time. There we go, pick this up, and it's looking pretty nice if I say so myself. So we'll get the tanker compartments opened, and I wonder if we can actually purchase it from here, which will make the filling job much quicker. So let's see if this will work. So it turns out we can't buy liquid fert from the cell area, so we are going to have to get it from our hut down by the silo, but that's fine. Right, I think that's enough liquid fertilizer, 42% in there, and we can send this chap off to Pig Farm Weight 2, where we can come and fill up from it as and when we need. Oh dear, I think he's planning to cut across us. I don't quite know why. There we go, that's set him straight. So we can crack on with going to our first field. Nordic managed to get seed in here. Aha, so in pig farm field we can see our worker busy doing the ploughing. There might be a couple of patches that he's missed, but that's pretty negligible. We are going to start in hillside and we want sunflower. There we go. So we can unfold, and now I remember this is the world's slowest unfolding planter. So we better get started with it. And yeah, hopefully, there we go, finally unfolded. So we can switch on, just line up nicely with this edge here and lower away and start doing some planting. Fantastic, we are away. So sunflower going in here, and then we'll move on to cowman field and finally pig farm field to get 2 fields of corn planted. So Nordic and I are going to crack on and see you when we're finished. There were some nasty sections missed there, so I was just tidying those up at the end. But that's hillside all planted with sunflower. We're now going to move on to pig farm field, and we want corn selected. Nordic's going to lead the way, and luckily our worker has finished doing the ploughing here, so that's all good. I think we're good to get cracking. We'll probably have to refill with seed and fert halfway through. Aha, I can see our worker down at the bottom, still working, but we should be okay. And then we'll move straight on to cowman field afterwards. So yeah, I think we're good to get started now. So we can switch back on, corn selected, and this is ploughed, so it's going to look a little bit neater. But there we go, we are underway, following Nordic. And I think it's safe to say that Nordic and I are having a few performance issues thanks to the server. Definitely struggling with the FPS and some lag, but must persevere. So I think we're going to get both of these fields drilled with corn, and then we'll see you when we're all finished. And planting done. Fold away. And that was a little bit tricky. We had some GPS and engaging the GPS issues, and ended up having to repeat a couple of rows because it went a bit skew-if at one point, but never mind, we got it all covered. So that's Cowman and Pig Farm Field planted with corn. Pig Farm Field, I think we are going to forage harvest for chaff and to turn that into silage. And Cowman Field, we are going to harvest for corn. Or perhaps the other way around, or perhaps we'll change our minds. We will see what happens. And then the sunflower in Hillside Field, we will just harvest for sunflower. And that can go towards our pig food, which, we have had to activate the pig food production again, because we need some more pig food now. Our pigs are very hungry, and they have been breeding quite a bit, so we might have to sell some more at some point. But we can get the planter washed, tractor as well, all serviced up and parked away. And then I think we will inspect how much money we've made today from selling our sorghum. Quick service up of everything. There we go, side by side. And we can park the Zarian and Fent back over here. Fantastic. So a quick inspect on the finance page, and we can see that we got 618,000 from our sorghum sales, which is really good, and that's especially nice added on to yesterday's or last month's previous session's profits of 1.6 million for the wheat and canola. So that's pretty bumper. And it's good to see all of our fields re-drilled and replanted. So quick recap, in South Bank Field we have got soybeans, there we go, and in Lakeside Field we've got canola, and Bridgeway Field is still growing with the poplar. That's still growing. It's only entering sort of the mid stage to growth, so it's a very long crop to grow, so I look forward to harvesting that eventually. Then, as we would have seen today, in Lakeview we have got our barley and sunflowers in Hillside Field, and then in Pig Farm and Cowman we have our corn. So that's all growing nicely. I imagine we'll have to do some herbiciding, apart from in Pig Farm Field, which we ploughed. Our coarse play worker did that ploughing, so that's very handy and helpful. But there we go, we are done for the day. So I hope you have enjoyed watching. If you have, remember to drop a like and subscribe if you haven't already. Check out Nordic's channel for his perspective of today's session. And if you've got any tips, tricks or things you'd like us to do, feel free to leave a comment. Hope to see you all again next time on Calmlands. And until then, we'll catch you later. Cheers all. Bye bye.